Hey guys, it's Comic Quiz here, bringing another comic review, and today I'm going to be doing Uncanny X-Men issue 12. So this is continuing on the Battle of the Atom story arc, which actually an event. Yeah, it's a story arc and an event, really. But it continues on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it continues. It's continuing on with the Battle of the Atom story arc. And if you read the last issue, you know that Jean Grey and Scott Summers, young Jean Grey and Scott Summers, have decided to seek refuge with the Uncanny X-Men, adult Cyclops' X-Men. So pretty much it's really a basic issue, really simple. The first part deals with Scott and Jean are pretty much telling the Uncanny X-Men their situation, what's going on with the whole future X-Men, who's part of the future X-Men, and really deliberating why were they hiding the events from the future, why weren't they informing them what's going to happen in the future, why did they really need to go back without giving them some sort of explanation. But we're going to get a bit of confirmation that yeah, they are who they say they are, future X-Men are who they say they are, because Magic, a member of Cyclops' team, actually confirms this, saying that yeah, I've met them before, so they are the future X-Men. But when they ask her anything else about when they ask her further about how does she know this and when did she meet them, she just disappears, like you know how she does, just gone. So Scott's like, wait, is she coming back? And adult Scott's like, I don't know really. So that was pretty much it. And so really it comes down to will Cyclops actually help them, because throughout this issue we get so many, it's really thrown into our face, like them staying here will cause problems. Like we've already seen with Cyclops getting killed, and then adult Cyclops momentarily ceased to exist. And especially in fact this whole what was I gonna say, this whole story arc to begin with is about them needing to go back, because the future X-Men said they will destroy destroy the mutant race. That's why they need to go back or something like that. So yeah, it just constantly reinforces the fact, why do they need to go back. And also there's a little bit I forgot to mention with S.H.I.E.L.D. at the very beginning and Mariah Hill, where she finds out that through some guys working at S.H.I.E.L.D. obviously, that the time stream has been, there's some unusual anomalies in the time stream, and that's being caused because of the constant jumping to and from different time periods, and it's really affecting everything. So that's again reinforcing the fact they need to go back. But then we cut back to the X-Men, the regular X-Men, and then it's still Kitty and Rachel trying to fight for Scott and Jean's right to remain in the present, saying that they have a right to remain in wherever they want to be, or them forcing them to do what they want, it means that their existence as mutants is a lie, all this stuff, yada yada, which in a way she does make sense, but it really is stupid. Like they really do need to go back, they really are causing so much trouble, and the fact that Kitty and Rachel is actually fighting for them, it kind of annoyed me a bit, to be honest, because there are obvious dangers, it's right in your face, and the fact that you just seemingly ignore it's kind of annoying. But obviously she has to, because one, if she did support the fact that they would go back, then we'd have no story and all the X-Men would end. So obviously it has to be like this. So what else? So yeah, also aside from that, Xavier's still trying to look for them, but he can't find them. So then we go back to the Uncanny X-Men, and Cyclops decides to help them, even though again Angel also protests that they should go back. So remember, Angel was the only one who wants to actually go back home to where they belong. He was the only one, but because he was overruled because everybody else wanted to stay, he couldn't get his wish. But he's again protesting in this issue, but Cyclops decides to help them. But then this also brings up some problems with Magneto and Emma Frost, who are complaining that you're being blinded by your feelings for Jean, because obviously Cyclops used to love Jean, and Scott, because of the fact that young Scott represents who he used to be, the hope that he used to have for a better world and everything. So then all this is going on, but then all of a sudden everybody freezes. So I thought that Jean was doing something, but in fact it was Jean, but actually adult Jean. Sorry. But it turns out it was actually adult Jean. She and the X-Men managed to track them down, but she also froze the X-Men as well, and she was actually going to force Cyclops and Jean to come with them. She was using her psychic powers on them, her even force pushed. I guess use her telekinesis and push Jean. But then Emma Frost and the Stepford sisters are able to break out of her control, and then she's all like, "Yo, since I'm the one who really hates you, why not square off with me rather than picking on a little girl who barely knows how to use her powers?" And that's where the issue ends. So obviously it's going to be a whole grudge match between Jean and Emma Frost. So yeah, overall it was, like I said, a simple issue. It was still entertaining to read. A few bits annoyed me, like I did mention. The whole argument by Rachel and Kitty Pryde, arguing the fact that they should remain in any place that they want to be. Which again, I said it is true. Her points, she does make a valid point, but it is risky and being irresponsible, to be honest. But what are you gonna do? So overall, I'll give this a 6.5. It was an alright issue. Nothing major really happened apart from the end, where it pretty much previews the whole fact that Jean is gonna go up against Emma Frost and the Stepford sisters. Because remember, Emma doesn't have her powers anymore; she has to rely on the Stepford sisters. But it will be interesting to see how this pans out, because they do have some kind of rivalry. Well, the old Jean and Emma Frost. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. And also Cyclops' willingness to decide to help them, even though everybody knows it's pretty much against everybody else's best interest if they stay. But who knows where this goes? And I have a feeling that having young Scott around will actually probably lead to a much more lenient Scott. He might actually start re-embracing some of those old philosophies that he used to have. So that could be interesting to see. But till next time anyway, we'll see in the future where this goes. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what you thought of this issue. Don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. It's been Comic Quiz, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.